All right, back to fantasy football with amateurs. And we look at the final skill position in the draft now, tight ends. So this one's going to be a lot quicker and a lot simpler than the others. And it's not going to be as tricky to make decisions for me anyway. So again, going through the 4 categories, these are split up slightly differently, which is probably what made it much easier to decide who goes where. First up, just elite tight ends. Obviously, I've put Kyle Pitts on here because everyone's going generational talent. They're all hyped for him. But also looking at the amount of actual receivers and targets for the Falcons as well, there's a good chance if he lines at tight end, he lines at receiver, he's still going to get an obscene amount of throws at him. So in PPR, I'm putting him down as elite. The other surprise here, I've put Kittle above a Waller. They're both top 3 tight ends anyway, as long as they stay healthy. The main reason, as I discussed the other day, is for the playoff run. I'd much rather have Kittle than Waller. And the difference between a draw and the season is not going to be that many points. It should make a difference. And then the next one is tight ends who are primarily pass catchers on the team. Obviously, Hawkinson's there because he's the main target. Got it because the Eagles love to run the 2 tight ends. And so on. Cook because he came in as a pass catcher, so he should still keep that role with the Chargers. Then we've got the tight end ones on the team who aren't main pass catchers. Obviously, Gesicki's on there only because of how many receivers they have at the Dolphins to throw to. And the rest of them will catch passes but aren't main pass catching. Croft's on there just because of his off-season showing, otherwise he probably wouldn't have been on the list at all. And then Furska's there just because he's a decent player. I don't know how good he'll be fantasy-wise. Last one, basically backup or tight end 2s for multiple tight end teams. So, this list obviously start off Kelsey v Hawkinson v Gesicki v Ertz. But it's Kelsey, no doubt in anyone's mind. Next up, Kittle shows up to take them all on. It's going to be Kittle again. And then Waller, he's top 3. Then Kyle Pitts. This is the first real decision. It's basically Pitts v Hawkinson. I'm going to go with Pitts because I've listed him as elite for a reason. He's going to be. But obviously then Hawkinson will be next because how little pass catching core team they have at Detroit, he's going to get a lot of targets. Now I've got Goddard v Gesicki. I'll go with Goddard. Obviously Ertz being there cuts into a little bit, but they do love to run the tight ends a lot. And as I keep saying, Miami does have a lot of pass catching options. But now we have Logan Thomas, and I'm going to go with Gesicki over Logan Thomas. They were about the same last season. I'm not sure how well Thomas will do with Fitzpatrick, so I'd rather go with Gesicki. However, I will take Thomas over Hunter Henry, definitely. And then Jared Cook. So in this case, I'll have to go with Zach Ertz now because he is a proven pass catcher. I don't know how these two, Cook and Henry, have both transferred to their team, so I don't know exactly how they're fair this season. And then we've got Hayden Hurst on the Falcons as well. So I'm going to go with Hunter Henry because if the Patriots are going to run 2 tight end sets, it'll be him or Smith. And I'm just going to go with... Well, I put Henry as the lead one, so I'll have to pick one in that position. Now I've got Cook, Gronk, and Hurst, and I'll go with Cook now. And then Mark Andrews, obviously, he was good. Ravens have more pass catching options, but he'll still be a decent player. Robert Tonyan, yep, love the Packers, have to have him. Skipped one ahead there. Robert Tonyan's gone in though after his breakout season last year. Sternberger's gone now, so should get more looks. It just depends on how many wide receiver threes they get. Hayden Hurst will be next. I'll pick him over Gronk because OJ Howard's supposed to come back. I don't know how Gronk and Howard will end up sharing snaps, to be honest. And there's Johnny Smith now. So I'm going to take Gronk over Smith because I think Gronk will get more passes than Smith because I'm assuming Cook's going to get a lot of passes. I could be completely wrong. I could have Cook and Smith the wrong way around. So fingers crossed I made the right decision anyway. Then Tyler Croft. So I'll take Croft because he's had a good showing and he's likely to be the only tight end on the team compared to Smith and Cook who are battling out. Then I've got Furska. I don't really want Fursker. He's like the bottom of the list, so I'll take Jono Smith. But then I got Noah Gray, who is a backup, so I'll have to take Fursker, just because I want someone I know will play. And then finally, I'll finish off with Gray. There we go. There's 19 tight ends to pick from. My top half is probably completely different to everyone else, but that's my opinion of how it should be. And that's sort of my opinion of who I'm looking to take in the draft. So fingers crossed I get it quite right and I do well. But, you know, it's my opinion, so if you don't like it, you don't have to listen. I just give alternate opinions as a complete amateur. So thanks for listening. Catch me, we've got the kickers and the defence coming out as well. So check them out if you're unsure about them too. Cheers.